Okay, so here is the 1953 Jubilee, and this poor thing has probably, because usually my dad will remember to start it, or I'll remember to start it, but it's just been sitting back here, and it's probably, if I had to guess, it's currently, actually it's New Year's Eve currently right now, and the earliest that this thing might have been started last would have been kind of late May. And if I didn't start it then, that it might even be over a year now at this point. I have no idea. But I got the jump pack because the Walmart brand battery, which, hey, Walmart brand battery, that's been in there forever. Whatever the Max Start, whatever the heck the brand is, has been nothing but a trooper. But I'm sure it's dead after sitting this long with the winters and everything. So got the jump pack. I checked the oil. Oil looks good. It's a little bit overfilled, but I imagine that's just from sitting, so it'll suck it back down. The can't see it. The distributor deal still got oil in the bottom of it, so the distributor's good. And one of the more recent things I did is we put a Pertronix ignition system on it. So it wasn't particularly cheap, but gosh, it worked so much because this thing kept burning up the points for some reason. No matter, I mean, we put different brand of points in it, different coil. It has the ballast resistor there. I mean, but this thing just kept cooking the points. And I just don't know what the problem was. So what we did is, I believe we bought it from Yesterday's Tractor and Tractor Company online. And they have all different kinds of ones you can, there's like 4 of them you can buy based on 6 volt, 12 volt, positive ground, negative ground. So we got the one that this one was, which is 12. This has been converted to 12 volt negative ground. And so I set it all up like this. I moved the ballast resistor down here so it's right by the coil, so it looks good. And to hook the Pertronix system up is just 2 wires. That one and that one, that's it. It all just bolts right into the distributor cap. So it was really easy to do. I mean, it took like half an hour. Wasn't a big deal at all. Makes starting it way easier. Ooh, that gas looks funky. Not sure how I feel about that. And is it out of gas? Maybe it's out of gas? No, it's trying to fill it. It's out of gas. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to go find some gas to put in it because that should be filling up a lot quicker than that, meaning that it's empty. Cool it real quick. It's great when you open this up and there's a giant wasp nest right there. Dead. Well, this may not work. Put some more gas in it, have a new sediment bowl on it. See if it'll start now. Really, friend? All right. Charge the battery now. See if we can get somewhere finally. Oh my gosh. All right, day 2. Battery is supposedly charged. Hope it doesn't, with 6.6 to 1 compression, it doesn't detonate on carb cleaner. That'd be a shame, wouldn't it? Well, now that ain't right. All right, so progress has been made. Figured out this thing wouldn't crank, and when I realized the battery wasn't dead, I hit the key once and it went and showered a bunch of sparks off of that, but nothing's touching anywhere. So it's had this problem probably 2 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. This whole thing just got all rusty and dirty inside, and then it wasn't making good contact, and I moved it around a whole bunch where it was making a little bit of contact, but not a good contact, and that's why it blew a bunch of sparks out of it as it burnt that part out. So the solenoid at least seems to be working, and I routed the cable a little bit better. Instead of it coming all around this way, I ran it behind everything and down here. And so I added a washer underneath, a washer on top, lock washer, all that's new and clean. I cleaned the back side of the nut, and I cleaned the whole post, and it cranked over. And so now we're gonna see if it'll actually start. Well, what does that mean? At least we're cranking good now. Well, does the damn thing not have spark now? Well, I missed it, but day 4, or the camera missed it, I should say. Day 4 starting procedure consisted of a fully charged battery, and I cranked it over with the fuel off, and it popped a few times and then wouldn't start, so I knew it was out of gas completely. And I quickly turned the gas on, ran over here and started it, and it lit right off and hasn't had a problem. Sitting here idling at 500 RPM. Good oil pressure, temperature's coming up a little bit. I don't think these things even have a thermostat in them. But I think the problem was the other starting attempts is the needle and seat must have something in it where it's not sealing right, because it just leaks past it a little bit. So I think in the time I was screwing around trying to get a charged battery in it, enough leaked through that it flooded it. But I'm gonna get it out of here and go run it around, so hopefully it'll clear itself out a little bit and whatever, be happy. Runs pretty good. Sounds good when the governor kicks in.